Welcome to 10-minute yoga for ankle flexibility. In this short video we will do some stretches and exercises for ankles that will help you bring your heels down in yoga poses like Malasana, the yoga squat, downward facing dog, Skandasana, and other poses that require good ankle flexibility. Let's begin standing with feet around hip distance apart at the end of your yoga mat. Begin to rock back and forth on your feet, shifting the weight from the balls of the feet to your heels. Try to hold your balance. Then shift your weight into your heels, lift your toes, and take a few steps forward on your heels, and then back. 2 more times like this, keep walking. This might be harder than it looks. And last time, walk to the front of your mat, and then back. Shift your weight into the left foot, lift your right leg, just keep it lifted or hold your shin if that feels better. Begin to rotate your ankle through the full range of motion. Do it slowly. Switch direction, move the ankle in big circles. Now flex and point your foot a few times. And then release your right foot down, lift your left leg, begin to rotate your ankle. Trying to make your circles a little bigger each time. Change direction. And then flex and point a few times. Lower down your left foot and come down to your knees with toes tucked under. Take your pinky toe out of the way and then sit back to your heels to stretch your feet and ankles here. This position seems to be very uncomfortable for many people, so try to concentrate on your breath as you stay here. And if your knees don't feel comfortable to be bent so much, you can try placing a blanket between your thighs and shins here. This might make it feel a little more comfortable. Take one more big breath here. And then slowly come up. Untuck your toes. Place the tops of the feet down. Then sit back to your heels again. Knees closer together. You can stay here if you feel enough stretch. To deepen the stretch, try lifting your knees off the mat. Use your hands for support. This way you will feel a deeper stretch on the front of the ankles and feet. One more breath in this position. And then slowly come to your hands and knees. Knees hip distance apart. Straighten your right leg back and place the toes down. Rock back and forward a few times to find a good stretch on the shin and ankle. And then hold the stretch. Gently push the heel down towards the floor. Bring your right knee back, straighten your left leg, and then press the heel back, rock back and forth a couple of times. And then find the spot where you feel the stretch on the back of the leg and hold there. Bring your left knee back, tuck your toes under, press down through your hands and lift your hips high, downward facing dog. Begin to straighten the legs one by one and send the heels down towards the ground. They don't have to touch the ground, but you should feel some stretch on the back of the leg, on the shins, and maybe also on hamstrings if your hamstrings feel tight. Now bring the heels up, knees can be bent, and slowly lower both heels towards the ground. And then lift up again. Let's do 4 more, slowly lowering the heels towards the ground, feeling the stretch, and then lifting up. Good, last round. Lower your heels as much as you can. And then lower your knees down. Step your right foot forward into lunge position, but don't bring the foot too far. So when you bend your knee comes forward and you can keep your heel down on the mat. Rock back and forward a few times like this, keeping your heel down. Then step your foot out to the right into side lunge position. And again bend your knee, keeping the heel down on the mat. Knee can come past the toes. You should feel some stretch on the ankle and shin, maybe also on the inner thighs in this position. Bring your right knee down, same on the other side, step your left foot forward and start bending your knee. Then step your foot out to the left and keep bending the knee. Good job! We will finish this with deep yoga squat, Malasana. If your heels are not down on the ground yet, use a rolled blanket. Place it underneath your heels for support. Make it as high as you need to feel comfortable in this position. Toes turned out, heels in, sit deep into the squat. Bring your hands together, lift your chest, open the knees wider with your elbows, and breathe here. Just a side note about Malasana, this deep squat position is quite complex and it requires not only ankle flexibility but also some level of hip flexibility. So if you cannot sit very deep into this position, maybe just try working a little more on the hips as well. Let's take one more big breath here. And then slowly release. I hope you enjoyed this ankle mobility routine. Let me know in the comments if it was helpful. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. See you next time. Bye!